Welcome to Wake Up Wednesday with Sharon and Natalie. Today we are going to bring you our drugstore looks, if you will. This is our drugstore get ready with me. So hang on to your hat, grab your pencil and your piece of paper, and away we go. Okay, my ladies, and here we go. I started out by going ahead and doing all my skincare, completed that. And now I'm ready, and I applied my foundation. I used the new Revlon 24-hour Super Stay. Now, I think this foundation is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you talk about full coverage, there is none other. However, it is sort of a matte. It is a drying type of foundation. And this is the way it looks, and you do see more texture whenever you're using a matte foundation, and it dried very quickly. I was using my, beauty blender, and man, you have to move fast, because if it dries, then you've almost got to push it around. Would I use this every day? No. Would I use it sometimes? Yes. I really kind of prefer a little more luminosity in my skin, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not too crazy about mattes, but as far as full coverage, if you've got an oily T-zone, this is the foundation for you, my ladies, okay? All right, so I have that on. I went ahead and put my eyebrows on, and of course, I used my NYX, and this is a drugstore product where it has the different colors in there. It has the stencils, it has a little brush. I've always used it. I will never be without it, as you can see on the back. The stencils and what they have in this box. It's NYX. You cannot beat it. Cannot beat it. Okay. So now we're ready to prime the eyes. Well, because we're using a drugstore, I am going to prime my eyes with Photo Focus by Wet n Wild. Okay? So I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm going to squirt just a tad here on my hand, just a tad, and I'm going to take a little brush because that's what I'm used to using. I don't know the name of this brush. Yes, I do. It's Sigma Concealer 170. All right, and so I'm just going to dip my brush in that, and I'm just going to cover my lid. Now I go all the way up to my brow bone. All right, and I'm just covering my lid with the Photo Focus. Okay. I also go under here just a little bit because I want it to hold any shadow that I'm going to be doing, okay? Alright, so I'm going to squirt a little more, and we're going to do the other eye, girlfriends. Now, I cannot tell you Photo Focus isn't a dream. It is a dream to use. I will tell you that. For a drugstore, this is perfect, okay? Just absolutely perfect. Hope you gals can see what I'm doing. If I stop, I'll have it all over my face. We know that. Okay, now I'm going to just kind of press the product into my lid because I want it all to be smooth, all right? And I'm going to do that on both sides. Just press. Getting rid of all the wrinkles. Let everything sink in and underneath. All right? Okay. So now I'm going to begin the eye look. Now, I will say this. I am going to use the Milani palette today in Plum Basics. So bear with me. Now, in order to get a really good look at this, I got to pull some of this hair back, girlfriends, okay? So I'm going to pull that up so you can get a better look of what's going on. So I'm going in to my base color first. Now, the base color that I'm going to use is going to be anything that I can primarily use, if you will, as a wash, all right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going into the basic color here for my wash. I love this little palette. I will say Milani shadows are fantastic. I'm not just telling you that either, okay? Now, this is what completely sets all of this. I don't do too much underneath because I don't want to show any lines or let anything settle into lines, because when you age, you start wrinkling and getting that all under there. But I'm just going to wash the product that I put on the cream product. Okay, so now I have my base. All right, now girlfriends, we're going to start going in for the kill. The first thing I've got to do is I have got to do a transition line. I don't have to start there, but I'm going to start there today. So I take any kind of little pointed brush. You know, I use this small tapered blending by Sigma's, the E45, or I can use my fantastic little Japanese. Okay, as a matter of fact, I may go ahead and use the Japanese today. Okay, I'm going to make my transition line. So I'm going in to this taupe color right here, okay? That's how I'm going to do the transition line. So let's swap it a little bit. Tap off your brush. Find your transition line. That'll be right there, right under that brow bone, okay? So let's make the transition line. I don't want it to be so... Now I'm going to do the other side. Boy, it's hard when you have the crepey skin on the edge. So the best thing to do there is to tap the product into those lines. Then it doesn't look so much, as you can see, like it's crawling up. It's a little better. Can't say it's perfect. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, because that's a little darker color, I'm going to go in with a brush and I'm going to blend that out as well. Make it a little smoother. I don't want a real heavy transition line. Okay. Now, right up under that transition line, I'm going to take this color with this color here. And the reason I'm going to do that is I want to darken it out and carve in, okay, more of an eyelid that's getting ready to come up, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going right under here, the same brush, just right under it above the lid. See what I mean? It gives a little more depth, okay? Let's do it again. The other eye. It's right under there where it looks like you're carving in another eyelid. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, now then you can totally go ahead and you can smooth it out if you want, okay? We'll just smooth it out. Now holding the brush closer to the end because I don't want to go buck wild and I don't want it to look muddy. So I just want to smooth it out a little, okay? All right. And I'm always kind of go up with it. Up. God only knows we need to go up on everything when you're our age. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on the lid. Now, we've got two colors we can use here, okay? We can use this gold or we can use this one with kind of the pink in it. Or I can go a matte color. I could go almost a matte, kind of a purpley, okay, by mixing two colors here. But because I like to have a little more glitter, a little more sheen per se, I'm going to probably go in with this right here. Okay, let's try this. Can you all see this here? Okay, now I'm going to tap, 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 and then I'm going to carve. Tap, 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 and I'm going to carve. See, that just kind of, when I say carve, you go up in that line, it's going to be a smoother line. Alright? Now we're going to go the other side. Tap, 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 and then I'm going to carve. Okay. Now, with a smaller pencil brush, because I just love that color and it worked real good, I'm going to tap right back into that color again. And I'm just going to go to the corners of the eye, okay? Just to highlight the inner corner. Give your eyes a little brighter look, okay? Okay. All right, now we want to concentrate on the bottom of the eye, at least I do, before I do my outer V. So I'm going back in with my transition color right here, and I'm going to go all the way across the bottom with it. And the reason I'm doing this is, I'll show you in a minute why. And then I'm going to do a flick on the end, just like I always do. Go back in. And go back in. Now, the outer V I'm going to use with the darker purple here, okay? So I'm going in with this, and I'm going to do just from here to here, about a third of the way. And see, I'm flicking up because that's going to help me do that V there. I've had a lot of you want more help with that. Okay, your outer V and up. Now I have two flips. All right, now I'm going back in. I'm going to use my little Japanese brush, and I'm going in with this darker color here. All right, you see the darker color. All right, and I'm going to start the V, and because I've done this line, I know about where I'm taking this, okay? And I'm taking it like straight up, kind of curved, all right? Tap in the inner corner, straight up. Going to the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. Some people call it a 7 like Nisha taught us, and that's fine, or you can call it your V. I don't care what you call it, as long as you fix it. How's everybody's allergies this year? Have y'all had any allergy issues? I never have allergies, and I think I've had them this year. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush lightly, okay, and I want to blend that in and take it over. Blend it in, take it over. Then brush, 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 brush to the side. Okay? Same thing over here. I'm going to make little circles. Blend, blend, blend. Up and over. Blend, blend, blend. And then up and over, up and over. Okay, I'm also going to take another little soft brush, and I'm going to brush underneath to soften this line up underneath my eye, okay? So I'm just going to go like this. Like this. Okay. Now, because I want just a little more of the brow bone highlighted, I'm going in with the color we started out, okay, the white, the base, and I'm just very lightly going to put some white in up at the arch. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with this next eye, eyebrow, okay? Just a little. Just makes it pop, okay? I know y'all hate it when I do that. But what's a girl to do, okay? All right, the next thing we're going to do is we've got to tight line the eye. Because I am a firm believer that you get a better look with tight lining when you're older. Because our hands are not as steady anymore as they used to be, we cannot make a real pretty line or a wing. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can do it and we can smudge it out. That's lovely. Do whatever works for you. I, however, am going to try to stick to the tight lining, okay? Because that's what works for me. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bronze pencil here, okay? And I'm going to bronze underneath my eye. I'm deciding I want some bronze color here. Okay, so I rub it between those lashes, okay? Same thing over here. Tie line right in between. See, that just gives you just enough pop right there, all right? Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work on my concealer, all right? So, I'm going to take my Age Rewind by Maybelline. I'm going to scroll it up a little bit here and get some product out. And just go gently under the eyes, okay? Now we're going to take a damp Beauty Blender sponge. And I'm just going to pat. Pat all over, pressing. You know, that is the best drugstore concealer that I have found. No, I didn't say the best concealer, I said drugstore. Okay. And that's what I chose to use today. Okay, so see, I've got all of my concealer on now. Now, I'm going to try to set my concealer, but what I'm going to do is to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder. Let's see if it's, you know, micro small enough, okay, to do the trick here. So I'm going to take my little sponge again. I'm just going to kind of dip it into the powder. And you know, I showed you girls to do this, get rid of the excess. And then press. Press right in. Okay. Take a little more. Same thing. Press in. Just like yay. Okay, so your under eyes are set. And I must say, this Fit Me powder that is a dupe for my Chanel, heaven! I mean, I just set under my eyes and you can, you know, powder your whole face. It is freaking lovely, ladies, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is let's talk a little contour. Okay, this little brown powder here that we use for our transition line. Watch this, I'm going to show you something so fun. Okay, I'm going to take a little smaller brush for this to start. So I'm going in that color. And it's heaven. I tap it just a tad. I'm starting here. And I'm contouring right down here. Now, I don't want a heavy line of contour, obviously. Okay, same thing over here. Going down with contour. Now, because I have a round face, I do not take this all the way down. No, ladies, okay? Okay, I'm going to take a little bit. And you know what? This is ashy enough. I think we're going to be able to pull this off. All right? So I'm going to contour right in here. And I'm going to contour right over here. Now, because I always work on my double chin and jowls and everything, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to take it just like this and right under this. Are you following me? Okay? It's like you're carving, actually you're carving that fat away is what you're doing. All right, then some more on the other side. You go right up under here, right on the edge of the jowl here. Now, when you get to the middle, let me show you something, ladies. And remember, this is a drugstore. You want to do a triangle. This has to come here, this has to come here, and all this filled in. Fill it in and drag it down on each side of your little neck fat or whatever, okay? All right. And then blend, blend, blend. And blend, blend, blend. Okay, now let's say you wanted to do a little bit on the nose. You can still use the same color that's in your brush. Let's just pick up a little brush like this. You're going to take some in from that contour. You're going to start kind of going down here, going down here. Okay, now watch. See how even that makes it? Voila, that's all you got to do. And I always have just a little bit under my lip. It's like I don't really need larger lips, but you know where I'm coming from. Okay, so I've gotten the contour done. Now, well, hey, girlfriends, let's go for the blush, okay? And I am using Milani Tea Rose Blush. Everybody knows I love this blush. I adore this blush. And that's the blush we are going to use, okay? So I'm going to take this blush brush. I'm going to go around, tap it off, and I pump. And when I say I pump, I press. And I go right up around my temples as well, okay? Yep. I love Milani Tea Rose. They've got all different colors and types, but I'll tell you one thing, you cannot beat this blush. This blush is heaven. It's become very, very popular. I don't think anybody has a kit that doesn't carry it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And because my face is round and I want everything going up, you keep your blush right here, okay, right here going up. You don't want to go buck wild. If you go any further, you try to hit those cheekbones. I have a little fat face, so I don't need to work on my cheekbones. God love me, and I won't have to have fillers in that area for a while. But that's what it's all about. Okay, so I have done my contour. I have done my blush. Okay, the next thing is I'm going just to add a little topper to that blush. And this is the Delicioso Pink. Then I'm going to put like on it, because everybody knows I kind of double blush. This gives it just a tad bit more pizzazz, if you see what I'm saying. Just a tad more right in here. Okay, what I'm going to do now, my ladies, put on my mascara, curl my just put on my mascara. Before I'm going to do that, I'm just going to give it a little bit of bronze, just a little, right in here, just a little right in here. Okay, I don't want a whole lot of bronzer. Alright, just gives you just enough. And like I said, I'm going to go curl my eyelashes, put on my mascara, and then we'll be back, and I'll put on my lips as well, and I'll be right back and show you the rest of my drugstore. Mwah! Voila! Hello, ladies. Well, this is the finished result. I went ahead and put my Pink in the Afternoon on. As you well know, is my favorite pink lipstick. And I lined my lips with the Marvelous Moxie in Accelerated Lip Pencil. Alright, and of course my eyelashes were curled and they were done with Great Lash. Alright, I think maybe another 2 coats and they would have been a little fuller, but this is it's like Maybelline Great Lash. Alright, so my ladies, that is my drugstore look for you. It looks cool, it looks comfortable, it doesn't look real overdone. It's great for day, great for spring and summer, I might add. Now that we're in summer, I'll have each and every product listed down below, alright? So you can click on it and go ahead and Purchase all you want. But just remember, the Milani shadows are so in. They have the larger little palettes now in Target, and they have beautiful colors. And I forgot how many colors they have in a palette, maybe 9 or something. But they're beautiful. It kind of reminds you of the Tartelette Pro palette. You know what I'm saying? So, Tarteist Pro. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. For all of you new subbies, mwah, 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 sweetheart, please, thank you so much for joining me. And all of you, scroll down and make a comment and let me know which drugstore product is your favorite. Maybe it's something I need to try, okay? Be sure and let's chat about it down below, because I love drugstore if you can find good ones. All right, for every single one of you, I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this video.